call anybody?
Can I have everyone's attention, please?
You're not gonna film this, right?
Don't worry about it.
I don't want to film.
You're on, girl. You're on. You're good.
Guys, I want to introduce Carolina Guimarey, the artist, and she hails from Buenos Aires.
Yeah, I'm originally from
Argentina, where she studied sculpture, drawing, painting, photography, and filmmaking, and living here in Connecticut. Yeah. So her work has been shown around the world, many places. She's in galleries in United States, Italy, and Spain.
Right. People collected my work there.
Been there. So she talks about her depictions, realistic depictions of invented objects. And these are forms that embody abstract ideas, centering on duality and the unity of opposites, where state exists through its counterpart. So I'd like you to talk about that. And reference, you can do a walking tour.
Thank you everybody for coming. I want to thank Jonas and John for giving me the chance and putting this beautiful show together. Yeah, the title of the show is Duality and the unity of opposites define existence, and this is a theme that I use in my paintings a lot, and it's two opposites that they need each other to sustain and to exist. And some of the themes are, like, for example, the real and the virtual, permanence and change, and social interaction versus isolation, like existential isolation. And what I hear a lot is that they want to know about my technique. And what I do is usually push the limits of the technique. I don't want to do it the way that it's supposed to do, so I want to experiment and try something new. I think it's creative also. So what I do is I use acrylic, paper or canvas, and pencil. So I start adding black on a black paper. I paint black and on all of them, and then I draw the image, and then I start adding layers, thin layers of white. So that creates the texture on the background, and the image starts to come out, to appear like when we used to develop photography in the darkroom. The image starts to come out. It's a beautiful process, and it takes a while to do it, and I like that. What other things that we were talking about? Let's see. I did a little bit of. I think I explained. You read part of what I was going to say.
You can repeat it and elaborate on it.
And it took me a while to define my style. I used to talk about that I used to do abstract work, but it's not abstract. My work is not abstract. What I recently find the right definition is I create realistic representations of objects that are invented, that represent ideas. They look like real objects, especially those. And they have they look like industrial objects. Hi, but they're not. They don't do anything. But there's a lot of there's a lot of connection with science. I read about science. I listen about podcasts of science, about quantum physics and brain science, and there's a lot of things that connect to other things, like, I don't know, connecting in our brain, or like cells connecting to each other, and this is what gives I don't know, meaning to my work. Any question?
That's
Yes.
so interesting. This is just a mundane question, but how many layers on the works generally?
Well, depends on how white I want it.
Okay.
So if I, like for example, the whites have many layers. I use a dry brush. It's like a brush with a little bit of paint, and then I start adding, and like if I want white, it's, I don't know, many layers.
Tell me something about the piece that's right behind you over the mantelpiece.
This piece
Your
is called,
inspiration for
yeah,
it and
Hidden.
the message conveyed.
Yeah, it's called Hidden Chronicles. I'm an avid reader. I love words. I love books about, I like paper. So this is like, it will be like a representation of like scrolls in the Library of Alexandria or like antique books. And yeah.
Little boxes that are strictly containers for the scrolls, or little boxes that have a symbolic reference to what keeps the knowledge on those scrolls contained?
You are completing the piece by your interpretation.
Doesn't mean it's right, it's just...
It's your interpretation. Yes, absolutely.
So I was talking to your nephew when we hit on Borges, or whoever it
Oh,
is, Borges. It seems so Borgesian what
Yeah,
you're doing there.
yeah.
You know, creating things. You know, in his literature, and you say you love literature, you must love Borges.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, he creates these worlds that don't really exist, and then
Yeah,
reports on
yeah.
them, and the kind of what you're doing there.
Yeah.
It seems. I mean, is this something in the culture that,
I don't know, but it's
like magical realism, basically?
it's actually the opposite of magical realism.
And
Yeah.
how you explain that?
No, don't make me explain it. But
No, explain it, I wanna know what.
I don't know how to
It's
explain
kind of
that.
fascinating.
But when I moved from, my studio was in my house, and then I moved to the nest, and we have some nesters here, and my work changed and became more industrial. All of a sudden, you know, I
But it's
moved,
not the real industrial, it's a fake. I mean,
it's a fake,
you're
and it's
making
kind
up
of
your
soft.
own world there.
It's soft,
Uh-huh.
and it's like
New industrial.
new industrial. Yes, you have a question.
That's just a look. I walk around with
We
that
always
look all the
walk around
time.
like that.
That's just who I am. But there are questions for you.
Yeah, your
I have a
questions.
question.
Yeah.
So what I'm noting is it looks like there's a lot of mending going on. Does that have a symbolism for you or a meaning for you? Like in all of like those, like you're joining things.
Yes, and yeah, I have a lot of pieces like that.
So
I sometimes, you know, you're an artist, and sometimes you get obsessed about certain images, and then you do it, and you do it, and you do it, and then you try to find, why do I have to keep doing this? And I had, when I was a child, I had a scar here, and it was, and I think I still have it, but you can't see it, and it probably marked my life, and I had to work through it.
right.
So there's a lot of, there's a lot of connections, and maybe this car became
Your
just a way
voice?
to connect.
A voice, maybe? Yeah, I like it.
And I like
Little
visually, it
Frida
is.
Kahlo going on there, huh?
I didn't see Frida Kahlo here.
Well,
Not about me, I didn't see my face
the
here.
scar thing.
Oh, the
Yeah.
scar. There's no color at all, it's all black and white.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever work color? I'm sure you have.
In the past. But like many years I went to art school, and our teacher said, try a new exercise. Why don't you go black and white and see what happens? Never went back to color.
Wow.
It's just like, I see color here, I don't need color.
And this was in high school?
No, it was in college.
College.
But
Wow.
it's just, and every time I see him, you changed my life, because I got rid, I think color distracted me. So,
Well, it makes things more complicated and sometimes it's not necessary.
yeah, I don't need it. Eventually I could add, but I don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of variety.
Yes.
I have a question. On the back of this picture and the one over here.
Over here.
Well, I saw the cells. They're immediately, I just thought of like plant cells, even though it could be more
The what?
even.
Which one over here?
This
This one over here?
This
Yeah.
kind of cell structure in the back at the top and the one in the wall over there.
Yeah.
What, anything about the cell-like structures there?
Those pieces I started when I came back from Venice. I went to Venice the first time, and then all of a sudden I said I had to do something with this, and I see like pieces of like highlands connected with, I don't know.
Oh, like canals.
Yeah, canals or
That's
something,
interesting.
but it kind of in a more like poetic way. But it looked like cells also. Yeah.
Regarding your process, are you more driven by something that devolves into this, or do you let yourself start, like throw yourself into the art and then it starts to come out?
Well, it used it used to be more like that. I will start working, but now I do sketches. Yeah, now it's all sketches because of this technique.
Oh.
So I need to have the image in order to start bringing it.
Yeah.
This one's were different. This one I would create layers and I paint on top and then I add something else. So I have to create a.
The cellular one on the wall there, is that wax over rice paper or?
It's handmade paper. It's fall encaustic. It's no wax. Fall. Fake. Fall encaustic. Fake encaustic.
So it's fake wax.
It's fake wax. It's safe wax. It's no wax.
Okay.
It's something that is wax-based.
That's
So safe. Yeah, safe. Yeah, not toxic. Yeah.
Wax
So,
is toxic.
well, it depends. Some encaustics are a little. Yeah. So it's. Yeah. But I like the layers, the translucency of the layers.
No,
So that's what I use that. Yeah. And some of them I have handmade paper. And those are mixed media, but they all start with black, and then I start bringing white on top of that. And I have a question. What means the little black things used? It's like a people, or it's like a. Yes. The one. It's kind of a representation of people. That's as much as I can go representing people. That's like. That's
Yeah, I see a lot of.
Looks like a person, but I don't want to say it.
Yeah, because I see a lot of them in your.
Yeah, I had a, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have a special relationship with matter.
Yeah.
Can you talk more about that? What, matter and energy, or how your, how your universe of art is it cosmology for you, or some kind of?
I read. I'm fascinated with science, quantum physics, and like brain science. So I bring all that into my work. So it's, it looks like those look like cells or brain connections, and they're like flowing in space. Those images are flowing in space.
Do you see matter as like being symbolic of something else?
I consider science very spiritual.
Yeah.
That's my spirituality.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
You talk about that in your statement about the wave particle paradox.
Right,
too.
yeah, let me explain it because it's,
So,
I don't
very
want to,
interesting.
in quantum physics, what I gather from quantum physics is that objects could be a wave or a particle depending on when it's being observed. And it's both. That's why I use the unit of opposites. And that brings the idea of matter. You're reading that.
It's
Yeah.
also very Chinese. That's what I was going to kind of go to.
Yeah,
that, but-
yin and yang.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hello. I know you. All right. Anybody
Well,
else?
very extraordinary work.
Thank you. Thank you
like your layering and everything that you do, so,
Here's to a happy and healthy future for you in Spain.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carolina. Spain's gain will be Connecticut's loss then, you know.
So you're moving to Spain?
That's the idea.
Yeah? Whereabouts in Spain are you
In
going?
southern Spain, Granada.
Uh-huh.
Granada.
Well, that should be interesting.
Why?
Maybe a bit,
Right, what does Spain have that Bridgeport doesn't?
Maybe a little more sun.
Different culture completely.
Streets, where it's
You have a job waiting for you there, or?
No, not yet. Not yet.
not concerned, huh?
Well,
It'll happen.
it will happen. Well, I came here from Argentina. I didn't have a job. I didn't know the language,
Right.
and I made a life here.
So do they speak the same kind of Spanish
They
there?
speak Spanish, yeah. No, it's not the same that my Spanish, but it's the same language. It's like going to Australia.
Exactly.
The same language.
Well, that would be a great loss for Bridgeport.